ever tell y'all about this time? I did it twice, y'all. Did I ever tell you about this time that I dated? I was young. I was like 21 years old, and I dated this older guy. He was like 30-something years old. I think he was like 37, 38. Did I ever tell y'all?
No.
Girl.
Tell us.
I want to hear
Okay. So I dated this guy. It was a friend of mine. And, you know, when we were in our 20s, you know, people were hooking us up. You know, we had a lot of friends, you know, people were hooking us up. And she thought that this guy would be a good match for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to say his name, but but wait a minute. You know why? Because it don't matter. But anyway, I remember meeting him, and I liked him. I did. And then what happened was he was in this bad motorcycle accident, right? So in other words, I talked to him over the phone first. And then he was in this bad motorcycle accident, like really bad. And so eventually after a few weeks or whatever, he was staying at a friend's house, you know, for care. Right? And I went to visit, and we just hung out, and it was different. He was seasoned, y'all.
Seasoned. So you were 21?
I was 21 years old.
And he was 30 what?
He was like...
Welcome to Three Voices Unfiltered. We're your hosts,
Ranisha,
Teresa, and Suzanne. And around here, nothing is off limits. We talk about everything, the real, the messy, the hilarious, and the inspiring. So let's get into it.
He was like 30, he was in his, like, I said 37, 38, but I think he was in his mid-30s. I think it was like a 13, 14
years, yeah.
But when you're 20, that's a big difference. He can't even take you out for a drink.
You was like trying to go see what you were trying to go to the concerts and
okay, remember when I said that I was
a career lady?
A career girl trying to be grown.
Yes.
I was trying to be grown.
Was Farad born?
Yes.
Okay.
Because remember, I had him at 20.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so let me ask y'all this question. So, and that wasn't the first one. We'll talk about the second one later. But anyway, how do y'all feel about age gaps? People dating and marrying, you know, with large age gaps, whether it's the older man or the older women.
That's interesting because I feel that we treat it differently.
I think society treats it differently.
If it's the older woman with the younger guy, then she's a cougar. Yeah. But if it's the other way around, then all his guys are like, yeah, you know, it's like
right. There's no age gap when it's a man that's older and the woman.
Yeah, but even then, the woman still gets the bad rap because then she's with him for money or power or whatever. So we can't win.
Yeah,
in the end.
Yeah, I remember looking at an award show recently, and they just blasted Cher with her young boyfriend and Madonna with her young boyfriend. And I'm like, they're not really doing that, you know, with the gentleman.
That's right.
They're not.
And it was somebody else I couldn't remember who it was in those three pictures, but we all know Cher and we know Madonna with their young boyfriend.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio, he only dates super young women.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
he doesn't get a bad rap.
What's her name? She died some years ago, and she married the old.
Oh, Nicole.
Nicole's.
Oh my gosh, what's her last name?
Anna Nicole
Smith. There we go.
Yeah, she married him, like, he was in his 80s. I think he was in a wheelchair.
He was really old. Yeah. And his children were like, they fought her in court.
When he died.
Yeah, and I don't remember what the outcome was.
They were so in probate for years.
Yes.
Like the court sided in her favor, some of her favor, but they just continued to battle it. I don't think she ever got anything.
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate. I kind of understand that a little bit because if I'm the child and my parent is 80 or 90 and they happen to be a millionaire and then this young 25-year-old comes in, I would be a little bit like, look, I've been here the whole time waiting for my inheritance, and then you're going to come in and you're going to take my inheritance away. Like, I get it a little bit, just to be realistic. I honestly might be like, but really, because it's fair.
But let me say this though, but see, because I'm reasonable, and if that person made my dad happy in his later years, I would give her something.
I was going to say that part. Like, but if he was happy with her, then of course she's entitled, to something, but not to come in and just like take everything and think that that's okay. I don't think in good conscience I would tell them, I know that they will say whatever, but you are his children, so I'll give you whatever.
But in marriage, somebody always wants something out of it, right? Whether it's money. People got married for money back in the day. When they put couples together. Mm-hmm. They got married because, this is a prestigious family. Marry into that family. I mean.
Well, yeah, and remember, like back in the day, and I can't remember, it doesn't matter, but back in the day, it was the female's parents who gave dowries, to the male family or him or whatever. Remember? Yeah.
So
I don't know. I just don't understand, and maybe y'all can explain to me. I mean, why does it really bother people? If people are in love,
if there's an age gap.
Yeah, if there's an age gap and people are in love, and I'm talking about like seriously, they are in love. Why does it bother people so much? Why do you
I don't know why it's such a big deal. I don't know why. I don't know why, because I tell my daughters to date older because men just mature late, in my opinion.
How about this? So my abuela was 16, I think, when she met my abuelo, and married at 17, or 15 and 16 and 16, whichever. She was at least 16 when they met. So he was 21 years older.
Ooh, that's a huge.
Wow.
So you're talking about, I can't do the math, it's too much. 27 years old?
Wow.
See, she was a child.
She was a child, but back then in the 1930s,
oh man,
that was the way that they did it. People wanted to get the daughters out of the house.
Yeah.
So, but he came, and then to bring it even further, she was a white woman.
Yeah.
And he was black. So it was an interracial marriage where she was way young, basically a child at 16, even if she was 17.
Was a child.
And then him 21 years older. But they were together. They had 8 children. They stayed together forever.
Till they passed away, right?
Till they passed, till death did them part.
That was his only wife.
No, he had a wife before her that died at childbirth.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then his baby died like 13 months later.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that, Suzanne.
Yeah, so it's just really interesting that I'm sure that back then it was maybe scandalous. I don't know.
It
but
was
as the ages kept, when she was 20 and he was 41. Oof, that's a long way.
That's a big difference. Not when you have multiple children, that you're taking care of.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she wasn't like the average 21-year-old today.
No, because she probably had, I don't know, she had a child every 3 years. So she had one at 17, 18, 19, 20. She had at least 2 kids at 20.
Yeah, so she's just being a homemaker. My grandmother.
Yeah, she was a homemaker and she was a seamstress.
Yeah.
But that was a big age difference. Now, if I were 16 and I go to my mom back in the day and I have this boyfriend that's 21 years older than me, my mom would have spanked me.
At 16. She would have felt a certain type of way.
She would have definitely. She would have called the cops on him.
Oh, wow.
Now that I think about it, my first Trey's dad, I think I was about 16 when I met him, and he was 21.
I'm looking at his eyes.
Suzanne's face. So yeah.
And how did your parents feel about it?
They felt okay because they knew him.
Oh.
They grew up with his parents. They knew how he was raised. So they were okay with it.
What about these couples whereas the child was a minor and they waited until that child became of legal age, and as soon as that child became of legal age, yeah.
I got a Prince story about that. I got a Prince story.
All right.
Prince did that.
All right.
So
yes, he did. What's her name?
Maite.
Yeah.
So Maite. So Prince met Maite when she was 15 or 16.
That's right.
Well, what happened was they took her parents took her to his concert in Spain, where they were living, like somewhere outside of Spain. He saw her. And he was captured by her beauty. But not only that, her mother gave a tape of her dancing to one of his dancers who gave it to him. And he saw her that she was talented, and he invited them out. Anytime he was over there in that part of the country, that part of the world, he would invite them to a concert. And he did that for years.
Until
when she turned 8. Actually, he got conservatorship.
Whoa.
When she turned 17. Her father gave him conservatorship.
Sure he did.
When she turned 17, so she was able to leave Puerto Rico, and because they were in Puerto Rico at that point, and go to the United States and live with him. Now, yeah, nothing got crazy until she turned 18, but it was a little bit of a grooming.
yes,
situation.
Yeah.
She was head over heels in love with him.
You know,
at 15, 16.
And you know who else comes to mind? Elvis Presley. Remember
Oh,
him?
yeah.
Oh yeah, with what's her name? Priscilla.
Yeah.
Yes.
So celebrities are known to do that.
Yeah.
But is it bad to do that?
I don't think it's bad.
It's pedophile a little bit. Well, what if they weren't being intimate though?
They were not. She said they were not. He had girlfriends.
Yeah. So
The entire time, but he was just kind of waiting around. He wanted her around him as she grew up.
But what
It's kind of like, does it makes me a little icky. Like, was he checking her out when she was still a child?
Yeah, well, no, because she said
like in his head, you know how our brains go. I mean,
but she said there were many times she wanted to hug him, and he would move over, and he was like very strict about.
I'm sure, because if she touched him, he'd be like, I'm done.
Well, you know what? I'm looking at I'm looking at him a little bit respectful.
Me too.
Yeah. He waited.
That.
Yeah.
And he kept her on,
he
respected
said
her honor.
And she says when it was time, he came in and said, "It's time." He took her to the doctor. She went to the doctor. She was like, she was so afraid and scared. She'd never been to the doctor before, and got her on the pill.
Wow.
Oh wow.
At 18.
I'm gonna throw a wrench in there now. If it was now I'm not talking about Prince. I'm pivoting a little bit.
Okay.
If it was a woman.
Oh, waiting for the guy.
Waiting for the young man. And it was a young. Okay, now this is different. It wasn't. This is not the same example, but remember that teacher?
I was getting ready to talk about the teacher.
Yeah.
And they waited. No, they didn't wait. They got caught.
Yeah, they got caught.
And then they waited until, but I don't think it worked out in the end.
It didn't work out in the end. No, they got married.
They got married.
They got married.
But they're not together, are they?
She passed away.
She passed away, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that part. But I do remember that they waited and they got married.
They were together for many years.
Yeah,
though.
She went to jail.
She went to jail.
She did.
Why she had to go to jail, y'all?
She went. I mean, he was a kid.
I understand. But I'm just thinking about the men in this society that should have went to jail as well.
But let me ask you this. Okay, so when I was probably in my mid-20s, I had this older man. Looking back, I don't know how old he was. I thought he was super old because he had, salt and pepper hair. He was just probably my age now, probably mid-50s, 60 tops. I don't think he was, that old. But let's say mid-50 to mid-50s, early 50s to mid-50s. and he wanted to go out with me. And he asked me out, and he was very well established. Career was successful. He was at that time driving my favorite car at the time, which was a convertible Mercedes. I loved them.
Okay.
And he wanted to go out with me, and I wouldn't do it because he was too old.
How old were you, Suzanne, again?
In my mid-20s.
In your mid-20s.
He was like in his mid-50s.
Ooh, there would have been some women that would
I know,
have jumped on that.
and he tried, and I was just like, no, I guess. So what was that? I was being a snob, or like really?
No, you felt like he was too old.
I just thought he was too old. I'm going out with that old man.
Yeah,
and he was cute. He wasn't like, he was a very good looking, clean cut guy.
Yeah, but you weren't
I just
attracted
couldn't
to
do
him in a different kind of way.
I thought it would be like going out with my dad.
Oh,
yeah, because in your 20s, people in their 50s, you think they're
old.
the oldest thing. But now that we're older, 50s is young to me.
Yeah.
But that happened to me. A guy wanted to date me. I met him in Toys R Us on a Black Friday, trying to buy like a gaming system for my kids. And he was an older guy, and I'm like, I went out.
You did?
To dinner just to hear what he had to say, and I was really just grossed out. He just reminded me of Granddaddy. Like, he was like, I like young girls. I was like,
gosh.
Okay.
That's creepy. I don't know what that was.
He creeped me out,
That was
so
creepy.
I never
That's
answered
creepy.
his call. We went to Red Lobster. I was at work, and he came and picked me up from, where we worked. And we went to lunch, and that was just a creepy lunch. So
That's at least you tried. Like, I kind of regret not trying. I feel that I should have gone out with him because he may have been a very nice, just older, mature, like Teresa's experience, seasoned.
Yeah, he
like
grossed me
that,
out because how he spoke. Like, he spoke like an old granddaddy.
I can't.
Like,
see.
yeah, young girl.
Listen.
But do you find yourself now as you get older, like I see these really good looking guys on TV and I'm like, they're cute. Like, I think
Oh, yeah.
Bad Bunny, I think is like super hot and
You
cute.
love Bad Bunny.
However, I don't think I would feel in a romantic way that way. Because I see him and I see a kid. Yeah.
Okay.
But I see older men now and I'm like, oh, them cute. Like, I really see men that I wouldn't think were white hair and they're so cute to me.
There's a guy on Instagram that you said you didn't know I like country music. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
He is fine.
He's cute.
I put stars under. I was like, oh, okay. I had to.
Listen, there are a lot
I
of...
know he is young. I know he's in his 20s. He's engaged.
He is cute.
Gorgeous.
He's gorgeous.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
He's
you would
gorgeous.
have to... I would have to be seriously attracted to you. And I'm thinking about me.
Are you mean
because
at any
I'm in my
age?
60s.
At any age, you just have to be attracted?
No, but now we're talking about like age gaps.
Okay.
Right? So I'm getting ready to say. So like me, I'm in my 60s. So how young would I go?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Seriously, how young would I go? Because I'm single, so how young would I go?
John's younger than me. John's 3 years
I
younger
didn't
than
know
me.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
He's 3 years. You know,
3 years is not bad though.
It's not.
It's
At
the same.
all. It's the same.
Statistically, men die before women. So why am I going to go old? He'll die, but if
don't
he's
say
younger
that.
than me, we can kind of like keep each other right at the same, level. But if he's older than me, he might kick the bucket way too
Ralph
soon.
is 11 years older than me. I've always liked older men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They just guys my age were always just not intellectually or mature enough for me.
I'm like this. I'm looking at my age and someone that's
You could do 40.
10. I'm going older. We talking about older now. 10, whatever the years older than me. I don't know why that's older than me. Oh my God, I don't know why that creeps me out.
that would be
You
too
can't
old.
do. You can't do older.
No.
That would creep me out.
Because you're too active.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta do 10 under.
You gotta do like, I would say for Teresa,
40s, 50s.
50s. Yeah.
I can't do 50.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
I sure could.
The way
Yes, you
I was
could.
like, you see the way she walked in today? I was like, what? Somebody would see her from the back and be like, what's up, Mom? What's up?
You could do 50s.
know.
Because they have to keep up with you, and a 75 or 80-year-old
You
cannot
could
keep
not
up
do
with
anything above. No, you got to
Yeah.
do your age or lower.
less.
Anyway, but let's do some quick data. Let me share some quick data with you guys, okay? They said most couples are within 2 to 3 years of each other.
That's
So
what
soon. 10 plus year age gaps are more common in second marriages. 10 plus years age gap.
Ooh, yeah.
So to me, I'm thinking either younger or older.
Younger for you.
We ain't talking about me, we talking about data. Oh my God, I got a couple of more. Public acceptance rises after age 30.
Oh, so the age gap
okay.
difference. Okay, I can see
So
that.
people don't care.
Because you're more, yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
And age gap relationships don't fail more, they're just judged more.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Like we were doing a little bit earlier because you know it's just natural, I guess, to feel a certain type of way. You
That's
know, we're talking about
interesting.
Especially
age
what
gap.
if it's your child, right? Your 50-year-old
And-
girl or your 50-year-old
Oh,
boy with a 20-something-year-old.
Yes, my children now, like I got very handsome fellas, boys, and my friends will see them on Instagram, and they'll be like, "Who is that's your child? Oh, give him my number." I'm like, no, you cannot have my child's number. But I mean, they're handsome guys, so yeah, these women are thirsty out here.
I think about my son. He's in his 40s and he doesn't have any children. So I think about the age gap, you know, with somebody in their 40s. So we going younger. We would have to go younger. And I think I would cringe if you told me, Mom, I'm dealing with somebody in there older than me, because I'm like, they
Like
can't have
what?
any grandchildren.
60?
And that's and my grandchildren. I'm just being selfish. I'm being selfish,
No,
but I mean,
no,
it.
You're
Yeah.
right. He would have to date somebody in their 30s or
In their
less.
30s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then would that be creepy? You know, would that be creepy?
No.
See, for a guy, it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not if she's in her 30s. If she's going for an 18-year-old, I'm going to be like, oh, but it's still okay. She's legal.
Yeah. Well,
She's be legal.
Yeah. Listen to this. How about we talked about some celebrities that had, you know, a 10 plus year age gap, and I'm looking at our notes, and I'm looking at Beyonce and Jay-Z, 12
Ooh,
years.
Yeah, that's an age gap.
Wow. Wow. But listen to this. Gabrielle Union and her husband Dwayne Wade,
She's older.
same age gap, but people will look at that differently.
And she's
Judge
older.
it differently.
And she's older, right?
She's older.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's older.
that's a comparison.
Yeah, because
No
she's
one
older.
said anything about it.
Yeah, and Suzanne gave an example earlier about Leonardo DiCaprio, him dating younger women.
That's all he
right?
dates.
But then we talked about Cher.
That's all she
so
dates.
see what I'm saying?
And Madonna.
And
Since
Madonna,
her marriage,
you know.
that's all she's been
So
dating.
that's what we're talking about, the difference. So we take, Beyonce female, Jay-Z male, right? And then we look at Gabrielle Union, same category, and her husband.
What's their age gap?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
I
it's
didn't realize.
probably, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it is 10 plus years.
I
Over 10
didn't
years.
realize that.
Yeah. We talked about the age gap. Let's talk about some little nuances. Just a couple of nuances like money. Do you think money plays a factor with
heck
people?
yeah.
Suzanne said that real quick, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I just found the answer. I'm still going back. They're 9 years.
9 years. Okay.
That's a little
Yeah.
bit of a gap.
Yeah, that is a gap. But anyway, go
Because
ahead.
if you get an old rich guy over an old poor guy, most people are going to go for the rich guy. I don't think that it would have to be like really deep love to marry someone that's 80 years old when you're 30 if they're not rich.
It depends.
I think it depends, but I think money is a big influence.
I've never been swayed, and I wish, Lord knows I wish, I had been swayed by money.
Same.
I always wanted to date the brokest people. Because I love them. But yeah, I think with that, I guess it really depends on the person, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think this 20 and 80-year-old is money.
Yeah. What about so in that
I
age?
think I wouldn't do a date. I'm my age. I wouldn't date an 80-year-old.
You have some cute 80-year-olds.
How old is Richard Gere? Cause he's
Ooh, yes.
Richard Gere.
I would date Richard Gere.
70s.
You know who I think is cute in the
Sean
regular way
Connery.
too?
Even when he was, I don't know how old he was, ancient, gorgeous.
Richard Gere.
I think about to me Harrison Ford.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
super cute.
I mean, he just that
yeah.
quiet, roughneck type of.
Really? I don't like
Yeah.
him.
I do.
Richard Gere is 76.
Oh yeah, I would date him.
You wouldn't date him, Teresa?
I would date
Richard
him.
I would
Gere?
date him.
I would date him.
He is so
And Sean
handsome.
I would
Connery,
date
Sean
him.
Connery was 90 when he died. I would have dated him. But they're both rich, so.
But you know what? When we talk about these age gaps, who would set the pace? When I say set the pace, I mean because a lot of times, I guess it doesn't matter. Whoever has the energy. When I think pace, I think energy.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
That's
So
right.
I think like who has the energy and can you keep up? You know,
That's
because
right.
I say
That's
to
the
myself. So I say to myself, dating a younger person. I mean, I'm pretty active. I'm out there. I'm doing all the things. That's Manisha's little quote. I'm doing all the things. But sometimes, especially now that I'm retired, I don't want to do nothing.
Okay.
But it's few and far between, and I wouldn't want someone who's like totally, out there like doing all kinds of stuff.
That's
And I'm like 75% of the time I'm down with it.
But I don't want to
Yeah.
push anyone in a wheelchair either.
Ma'am,
Sorry.
that's so bad.
I'm being honest.
Okay.
I'm in my 50s.
I
I don't
agree.
want an 80-year-old to be pushing him in a wheelchair. Like, what kind of marriage is that? And if it starts that way,
It's a
I'm
loving
sorry.
marriage.
He can. Yeah, I just can't. I would have to love him so much.
I was getting ready to say,
if I
yeah,
love him so much,
it's okay.
I could. But would you meet somebody that's older like that and needs assistance and marry them?
That's a good question.
Would you?
Mm,
I'm being honest.
You
I don't think I
know,
would.
I know somebody who.
Not that anything against handy. Not, I'm
Right.
talking about that. I'm talking about from age, not from
Okay.
because they're older and
Okay.
they're they can't. But it's
I guess
it's an age gap,
it
not a
depends on what's
handicap thing that I'm
important to
talking
you.
about.
Maybe this person in the wheelchair is intellectual and has a great conversation and is very
Yes.
nurturing and he listens.
And he has money.
And that is okay. Like,
You know?
not saying that, not against handicap or handicapable
disabled.
or however. It's about the age. That they can't, if I want to go travel, he can't keep up. I have to push him in a wheelchair, to be able to go up the steps in Rome or whatever. Like, he can't do
Can't
it.
go to Rome.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know what? And that comes to the next question. Who would have more to lose in a relationship that has a large age gap? Now, we're not talking about disabilities. We're just talking about that large age gap. Who would have more to lose? And I can't gauge that because you can be in, I can't gauge that myself because anything can happen to anybody for whatever reason.
Exactly.
All right?
Exactly.
And if you're in love and you love that person, you're going to step up regardless.
Because
Right?
even in my 50s, I could marry an 80-year-old. He'd be way healthier than me,
That's
and
right.
I'm the one he's pushing around in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So it could happen.
Yeah.
Y'all, Ralph he'll be 60 this year. That man has so much energy. I mean, but no, when he's out, he's out. Like, it's a wrap. You can't do anything. You can't wake him up. But during the day when his eyes are awake, he has a lot of energy.
It's just a big, and I think
Depends on the person.
that's the importance. If it were my son and he wanted to marry somebody that was 40 or 50, I'm like, right now, he's married, by the way, but, hypothetically, I'll be like, that's okay, but think about it when you're 60 and she's 80, or you're 40 and she's 60, like, keeping up
that's
then
gonna
is
be
going to be a
interesting.
big...
When I'm 60 and he's 71, I think about my dad. My dad don't do nothing. My dad is a couch potato.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Has he
man.
always been a couch potato?
No.
But not everybody that's older is
No.
a couch potato. There's
I know.
people that are super
My dad
active.
went
more than
so
me
much. Like, my mom couldn't keep up with that, man. He was riding motorcycles. He was out.
even. Doing stuff.
He was out here in these streets.
Well, he's retired now. You know, he's retired.
And he is
now.
retired to that recliner.
Oh my
He goes
goodness.
back and forward and back and forward and back and forward.
Poor Dad.
He's
Leave him alone, okay?
He works hard.
I know. Leave him alone. I
But
understand that.
I told Ralph, I did say this to him. I'm like, we like to dance. I like to dance more than he does. I'm like, honey, when you can't dance, I will wheel your wheelchair into this set, and I'm gonna dance with everybody. You can watch.
See, and that's the difference. Like if something, God forbid, happened to John and he was, disabled, of course I will be there 100%.
Yeah.
And that's not what I'm saying. It's just the choosing now. If you had
If you had a choice, like
would
you're
you jump
dating.
into that or not? But of course, I mean, yeah. And I would expect the same.
It depends how you meet. What if you
But the
just,
gauging, that's a tough one.
what if you have a long conversation with somebody and you know how you talk and before you meet someone and you don't know he's in a wheelchair, you just see his face, they send you pictures and you talk and he sounds good and you're like, I like this guy.
And that's okay.
This
And then he rolls
happened.
in.
Okay, this happened.
Yeah.
I'm going to share this. My cousin has a friend whom obviously went on a dating site, I believe, and met this guy, but she only had conversations with his face. For a long time. And Linda, if I'm getting this wrong, please put in the comments and correct me. But anyway, when she finally met him and saw whatever incapabilities she had, she was already hooked.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Are they together now?
I don't remember. My cousin probably told me. I don't remember.
Are they don't still talk?
Oh, I don't remember. I think no. I believe that yes, they're still together.
Oh.
Now it's coming to my conscious. I think they're still together.
Okay. All right.
But anyway,
It's true.
But that was he full time.
Well,
And sometimes it's like
maybe.
great. They can appreciate more. Yeah, my thing is the older.
I mean, it's
older.
something you don't lead with. Like, I know we're talking about
You have
going
to
down
disclose.
disability. I did not disclose to Ralph I had cancer for a while. I didn't feel like I needed to lead with that. So, and I felt a little way about it too. Like, ooh, how is he going to take that?
Now, would you tell him, like, if you had to do it all over again, would you tell him earlier than what you did?
No.
No? Okay.
I would do the same thing.
All right, great. Anyway, well, before we wrap this up, let me ask just a couple of questions, you guys. Fill in the blanks. An age gap doesn't bother me unless
Unless he can't dance.
Unless he's not active.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to be able to walk the long cruises with me.
Yeah. And go shopping with me.
That's right.
Oh, no man wants to do that.
Yes, they do. I dated guys that didn't have a problem going shopping with me.
They'll go.
Really?
Ralph goes. He's like, let me know when you're done. I'll be out here. So,
Oh no. I'm
No.
thinking of two. I'm thinking of the last two.
How about
And they was
John?
right there with me.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
Ralph
John doesn't
Ralph don't
it.
like that.
I have to beg him.
I have to beg Ralph,
He
but
said,
he
"You
don't
want to
want
go to Lowe's with me?" No. Okay. No, I get it.
Yeah,
man.
most men don't want to do that.
Anyway, you gotta want to go and go shopping with me.
You
at least
should.
at least
I love
once a
it when
week.
you. I said, "Did you like this outfit?" I don't know.
Oh,
I don't even like to go shopping, y'all.
I don't, and honestly, I don't like to go shopping anymore either. I buy everything online.
I buy everything online. I don't go in the stores.
Rarely
anymore.
go to the stores.
Yeah.
Me and you used to hang tough shop.
We
Yeah.
used to shop till we dropped.
We
literally.
shopped until we
I
dropped.
don't like
I
to
don't
do
like
that
shopping.
anymore.
It don't bother me. I
I'm
go
a-
out. I
I'm
go
a-
out once a week, literally.
Y'all still haven't
People
taken
are-
me to the bin stores. I'm waiting.
People are rude and coughing on you and.
That's right.
That's because you pay any attention. I'm
I
paying close
don't
no
wanna.
attention. Okay, one more question.
Okay.
I changed my mind about during this conversation. Have you changed your mind about being in a relationship with an older or younger person?
I wish I would have gone out with the older guy and given him a chance.
All right.
I wouldn't be. I think I changed my mind about not being snobby and being like, and just giving people a chance regardless of their age. Just give people a chance and check it out. It might end up being wonderful. Like Callista, is that her name?
Who's married to Harrison Ford?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Flockhart. Yeah.
And they're great.
Yeah.
You said Clarissa?
Callista, I think is her name.
Calissa?
Yeah. And they've been together for years.
For years.
So
I would give him a chance. I mean, I'm married, so I can't give anybody a chance right now. But
That's right.
Yeah.
I got my hubbies who's younger than me.
Well, anyway, this was a wonderful conversation. You guys put in the comments your thoughts about age gaps, whether it's being in a relationship with somebody younger or older. Any final words, lady?
No, we'll catch you all next week.
I would say do what you feel like you want to do.
Yeah,
Younger or older.
That's right. And just be open to the possibilities.
Yeah.
That's one of my mantras.
It might shock you.
That's right. That's right. Be open.
You be open.
All right.
All right.
Bye,
Catch you all next
guys.
week.
Bye, y'all.
Do us a big favor and hit that like button, share this episode, and subscribe.